I think this is a teacher rite of passage to have one of these. And I think I made a bigger mess. There's stuff everywhere. Okay, the calendar board is done, and I think it turned out really good. Everyone, my name is Katie. I'm a third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and you are here for part 4. I think we're on part 4 of my classroom setup series. All right, I'm gonna take my bag off and stay a while, but I gotta go out to my car first because I'm bringing in some new storage containers that I'm excited to show you in this part. I just rolled in the new 3-tier cart that I got, but I've got like 2 stacks of containers and like 4 boxes. I got a lot of boxes full of boxes in my car. And so I'm gonna have to make a couple trips to my car. So I'm gonna go get some boxes, and this will probably take me 3 or 4 trips to my car. Yay. But that's okay. And then we'll come in and we'll get started. Dokie, now that my hair has like fallen flat, all the beautiful little curl that I put in it this morning, gone, that's fine. And I've made 4 trips to my car. We're in and we're staying in. It's hot in here though, because there's no AC on today in the classrooms, only in the classrooms that are being used. Oh, yes. I tried, there's a little button on the wall that you can push 3 times, and my coworker was like, push this 3 times and then the air will turn on. And sometimes I think it works, sometimes I don't, but I just heard the air turn on, and so that's miraculous if that's the case. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go swap some books with my coworker. I did this in the last classroom setup part. I have all of these to take back to her. I've already read Dogtown. It was really cute. I finished reading Trex. I shared my thoughts about this one on Instagram. I don't think it's 3rd grade appropriate, but this is on a 3rd through 5th grade list, so I could see 5th grade. It's just got some heavy topics. And then The Peril at Price Manor. I was actually dreading reading both of these because I thought they were gonna be like spooky, and spooky is not my jam. This one was a little bit spooky, and I'm not gonna lie, have I imagined an octopus like suctioning to my face at least once after reading this book? Yes, definitely. I get spooked easily though, so take that with a grain of salt, but it was really good. I actually really liked it. And I did like this one too. I read it in one day. Again, I wouldn't recommend it for my 3rd graders just because I'm not gonna not recommend it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you should read this one, because there were some heavy topics in it, in my opinion. But that's, yeah. And then I got these. Oh, I need to share the ones that I got. I got some goodies from my Amazon wish list. So I kept the little things. This one is from Carrie. I got a book. Okay, and forgive me if this got all mixed up because I really tried to keep them separated. But I have the receipt inside this book for Shark Lady. It's a great biography for when we do biographies. And then an easy grader. I have the website tab, but I hate having the website tab for the easy grader and the grade book and all the things open, so I just needed an easy grader. I think this is a teacher rite of passage to have one of these, don't you think? If you have one, comment below. And then I also got some books. Oh, that's another one I got to return to a coworker. Now let's see if I have the Amazon receipt. Yes, I do. Okay, this one's from Angelica, and I think all of these books were from Angelica. If not, some of them were from Carrie as well, and I've got them mixed up. So I'm so sorry, Angelica and Carrie. But the next one, but I don't think it's gonna be the next one that I read on the list, but it's also on the list. It's called Storm Dragons. I know some girlies in my class last year that would have loved to read a book about dragons on the Sunshine State book list. The Wild Journey of Juniper Berry. I've already read this one and I really liked it. I put a bunch of the books on the list on my wish list because I'd love to have a class set so the kids can read them in my classroom too, because they go out of the library like hotcakes. And then Dogtown. This one was just so cute, and I think it was like probably the best one for third grade so far, just because the chapters were so short and I felt like it was the easiest read, but not in a bad way. So I have these 3 to add to my personal collection now, and I'm so excited about it. And that brings me to the first thing we're gonna do for classroom setup today. I got all these lovely storage containers from Sterilite. Thanks, Sterilite. I'm so pumped to use them. And my first task today is going to be fixing chapter books, because I wanna put the chapter books inside some of the Sterilite bins. And here's why. Here's why, friends. Here's my chapter books. My cart is exploding. In fact, I hope it's not breaking, but like, that's all my chapter books. I have a bunch of chapter books, and I usually keep them over here. Oh, see, I have a few over here already. I usually keep them down here, but my collection has just outgrown the puny bottom shelf from my picture books. So David's working on building me a bookshelf, which would be fabulous, that can fit those Sterilite bins perfectly, so I can use the skinny bins or the big bins for chapter book storage. Super pumped about that. But I want to see like how they fit into boxes, and hopefully get all of these books out of this rolling cart and out of these bags. The ones in the bags are picture books, and they're like the picture books that I keep, that I use, which now that I'm, okay, one bag is like fiction, and I have like a shelf over there, that empty space that I put fiction. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. But 3 of the bags are books that I use as like mentor text that I usually keep like in a separate place from my bookshelf, because they're my books, and I like to use them and not necessarily have them out for free reign for the children. But I probably need to release some control over some of these, because I have 3 bags full of these books, and I usually keep them down there. But once I undo the chapter books, I want to see what the bin situation is with the Sterilite bins, because there might be a possibility that I could put these in a different place. But we'll see. Now, a lot of this, I am filming like some content for Instagram, excuse the squeak, of the tripod. I am filming some Instagram content, so a lot of this I'm going to be filming for like an Instagram reel. And so I may not have it filmed horizontally, but I'll film a little bit horizontal, and then I'll come check back in with you guys. I don't think, I've seen so many videos of people who like organize their chapter books all pretty in bins. I don't think I'm going for organized. I think I'm just going for, I need to put them in bins. Now, if I have a Dogman book and I find another Dogman book, am I gonna put them in the same bin? Sure. But am I gonna label one Dogman? No, I'm not, because I just need them, like these 2 will go together. The lemonade, oh, this one's like all bent. What I get for shoving it all in a box. Like Lemonade War, Lemonade Crime. Those will go together in a bin, but I'm not necessarily gonna organize them, because I just don't know that I can right now. I think the goal is just to get them out of the box and into a bin, and I just don't even know everything that I have. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, y'all, I finished filming the content, and I think I made a bigger mess. There's stuff everywhere, but I'm gonna work on getting some of that content ready to go, and then I'll update you guys on like the bins and the things that I've set up, and hopefully like clean up this space a little bit more, because I think I made a bigger mess. Okay, so I just did a little bit of swapping out in my stem bin area. I traded these containers that I've had from Walmart. I don't even know what brand they are, for being honest. It doesn't say. So these containers that I had some stem bins in, I swapped them out for these 6-quart Sterilite ones. And these are still good, but they've been used. But I think there's a new teacher in my building, and so I might see if she wants. This is a set of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no telling where the 8th one went, but I may see if she wants those, because they do all match and they're clear and they're not bad. These are just a little bit more sturdy. The lid is a little bit better, and so I just swapped them all out, plus they're new. So I might donate those to a new teacher in our building. So I cleaned up a little bit of the mess. I have some trash over here that I need to get rid of. My trash can's like exploding from the last couple times I've been here though, because the custodial staff like started on this building and then worked their way down. And so they haven't been in here in a hot minute. So my trash can is like overflowing, especially because I took off all that brick and I had to shove all that brick stuff in it. The wallpaper, if you saw my last couple parts. So I have a few of these left. I think I'll put them in my storage closet for now. I kind of need to look in my closet and see if there's, oh, that could work. I was gonna say, see if there's anything else that I need to store, but I have like buckets in there with my card games. I wonder if these will fit in my cabinets. Let's go find out. Okay, I love that organization. Woohoo! Okay, so these are the card games like Go Fish and Uno. These are playing cards, and then I didn't put this in a box, although it probably would fit in this one. But this is like a set. Oh, sorry, you can't see. This is like a set of card games like Go Fish, War, Old Maid, all that. Honestly, that probably would fit in that box, but for now, we're just gonna keep it there. But that's nice, and I can see inside of it now and got rid of that old blue bin. Okay, so I went on a little spree and put some things into those 6-quart boxes in my storage closet. Things that I'm not using anymore, like math flashcards, but I'm not getting rid of them. And I had like the tower cubes, math cubes, that I'm not getting rid of either. And then I just found my bag with all my Charlotte's Web book copies. And so I'm gonna put those in one of these and then put it on one of my shelves over there. So all my Charlotte's Web copies are in one place for when we do our novel study. Okay, and here's the update on my chapter books. So here's what I got so far down here. I love that they're double wide in these sterilite. The goal is to move all of these into a bookshelf that's gonna go over there that David's working on for me, because I want the bookshelf to be able to fit 2 of those per cubby, which is a little bit bigger than the ones you get at Target. So I've got all of those, and then these up here as well. Guys, the struggle was real with this greenery wall. When I put it up for the first time last year, it was not this difficult. I probably should have gone back and watched my video to see how I did it last year, but the hooks were not sticking to the wall, and I used the picture hanging command strips, and that usually does the trick, but they kept popping off. And I think because it had been folded on the counter, it was kind of bulging in the middle in a weird way that it wasn't doing before. So it just took me literally forever to get this done. And just for reference, this is sped up times 2,000%. I'm okay with the way it turned out. It wasn't 100% beautiful, but it's up on the wall now. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna head out, at least for a little bit. I'm gonna go home and eat lunch because for some reason I never remember to bring lunch when I come up here to work, and I'm hungry. So I'm either gonna come back later this afternoon or I'm gonna come back tomorrow to keep working on this video part, but let me show you a couple things I did. It took me 10,000 years, but I got this greenery hung up. I don't love it because it's like bulging out in some places, but man, those little things were not sticking, the command strips, so it was so annoying, and it literally took me so long, but I think it looks fine. It's not like super duper even, but it's not terrible either. So I got that done. Then I hung these 3 posters, my pigeon and my Danny and Darla posters, over here in my sink area where those go. I usually hang something else right there. And I also hung my affirmation station. Hey. Okay, and I'm missing one of my tags right there. I don't know where it went. It's probably in the curtains over there on the shelf. Let's go that way. All right, these are the curtains I'm referring to. It's probably somewhere in here because the mirror was under this when I picked it up. That goes on my friends and family board, so we'll do that later. I also hung my Red Foxes poster up there because that's our school mascot, and I had that from a transformation a couple years ago, and I didn't end up using it for the transformation last year, so I just felt like it needed a permanent home in my classroom. And then I don't know if I talked about this, but there's my teacher books down here and my nonfiction books here. And then I spent the rest of the time kind of tidying up the big mess that I had made. So it looks a lot cleaner in here, and everything is now centrally located on my horseshoe table. So I'm gonna go home and eat lunch, and I'll either be up here a little bit later today or tomorrow. All right, it's the next day, we're back, and I walked into this. Lovely. None of the hooks stayed on the wall. And this one, it just like, I'm gonna have to go watch my vlog and see how I put this up last year. But I know those are the hooks that I used because they were still on the... That's so annoying. Anybody have tips for hanging a greenery wall? Because I felt so accomplished. That was up and done. And now only 2 of the things stayed. And they're still like peeling off the wall. So they're not on there like really good. And the rest of them just came right off. And I wasted a bunch of those picture hanging hooks. And those are not cheap. Ah, that's frustrating. Oh well, I guess the greenery wall is just gonna have to be propped up for now, and that'll have to wait till another time. Any tips for hanging a greenery wall that don't involve those command hooks? Because that's just not working on that wall. Please let me know, please. Okay, as I mentioned before, it's the next day. Now that I'm over the heartbreak of the greenery wall, I need to look ahead and see what I need to do today. This is kind of weird vlogging from this middle spot in my classroom, but this is just where my table's set up. I feel very odd right now in 2 ways. Okay, things that I want to get done today. I've got the whole backpack cubby back here, and I use that for my friends and my family board. And so I need to do that, and I need to put the cubby hook numbers and decide how I'm gonna do that. And then I think I'm gonna do the front calendar board and set up my calendar. If I can do those 2 things, I will feel very accomplished. I also need to like work on some of the tests. If you've been watching my summer vlogs, I'm not even going into it. I've been working on test questions for like our curriculum stuff all summer, a little bit at a time, and I haven't done one the last 2 days. So I was like, well, I brought my computer. I can sit up here and work on that once I get those 2 goals accomplished, because that's really like, I don't want to say it, but those are the big things that I want to get done today. And if I can get those 2 things done, I'll be feeling good and can make a solid to-do list of things to do next time I come in. But I'm getting pretty close to the point where I'll be at a standstill until the carpet has been cleaned, however they're cleaning the carpet. I think they're just spot cleaning it. And so once I get the green light that they've spot cleaned what they want to spot clean, then I'll be able to set up the desks, hang the things from the ceilings, do all that stuff. So I'm getting to the point where I'm about to stall until that is ready. So, but those 2 big things on my list, the backpack cubbies and the calendar board, those are the things that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm holding a stamp. I forgot I brought this yesterday. It was like a clearance stamp. It's a fox. Oh, and I brought Hobby Lobby stuff. Let's show the Hobby Lobby haul, shall we? I didn't get that much. I got a teacher tee, which is at home, and some earrings, which are at home. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw them. But speaking of the fox is our mascot at our school. So I got this. I'm gonna put it in my calm corner, obviously, calm bucket, but didn't necessarily need it. I also got this because I had been wanting one of these, and it was $7 because it was on sale this week. They went 40% off. I don't know how I'm gonna use it yet, but I got it because I really wanted one of the little rewards jars. And oh, I could do this today, maybe 2, maybe next time. This will be on my list for next time. This is gonna go in the hallway because I don't have time to figure out what I want to hang in the hallway above all of the student work stuff. And I was like, this will be great to hang and be up for like orientation, meet the teacher, in like the beginning of the school year, and it was like $2, and it's already on the string and done for me. So I'm like, say no more, say no more. Thank you, Hobby Lobby. So that was my Hobby Lobby haul. Yeah, that wasn't actually super exciting. Let's start. I need to plug in my glue gun to do the cubby numbers. So I guess we'll start there with the cubbies.
You and me on the East Coast, 23 in my dreams. Is she real though? Summer night, we're dancing real slow. Cherry bliss on your lips, pull me in close. I think I'm falling in love again. Pull me out of my bed. Sleepless nights, I'm chasing silhouettes, counting sheep. Starry skies in my headspace, intertwined state of mind, feel my heart race.
Okay, here are the cubbies. I've got a pretty good idea of like what class size is going to be now that I've been at this school for a while. So I doubled up the numbers that are on the edge because there's this gap that gives them a little bit more space. I feel like, I don't know, I could be wrong. This is just, I think, what I did the last couple times. So I have a couple of them doubled to fit 18, and then I have 19 and 20. And if somebody's backpack keeps falling off the hook, I'm always like, just throw it on the ground in the cubby thing, because they just kind of fit in there, how they fit in there. And I probably, well, I might have 18. I think last year I was like 16, 17. So we just fit them in there how they fit in there, but everybody's backpack has at least a space that it's supposed to go. It's not the end of the world. But I don't like them keeping backpacks on their chairs. Now, I didn't do the border. The border that I have to go around that is this one. And I have it, I do still like this border. I usually do this like colorful border around it, but there's this black and white dot one that I love that's on Amazon that I don't have yet. And I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it or not, but I've been wanting it, and so I was kind of like holding out because I was like, that could be cute back there on the friends and family board as well. I've had that sparkly one from the Dollar Tree for like 5 or 6 years, I feel like. Probably 3 or 4 years. So maybe I'll just leave it. And this is good for now. I've got the cubby numbers up, I've got the friends and family up, and now I'm gonna go up and do the calendar in the front. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
I've seen your face. Hold me close, want you most. You're my favorite place. Are we falling in love again? Was it all in my head? Sleepless nights, I'm chasing silhouettes, counting sheep, baby. Is it morning yet? Lost in your eyes, half the time I get a little bit out of my mind, so I'll keep dreaming. The time I get a little bit out of my mind, so I'll keep dreaming.
Okay, the calendar board is done, and I think it turned out really good. I say that as if it doesn't look exactly like it used to. It's the exact same, except the only thing I changed was I changed my day of the week headers. I had been using the same one that my old calendar pocket chart, not even this one, my one before this one, came with little ones, and they were blue and yellow, and they were fine. They worked great for 7 years, you know what I mean? But these match all of the colors in my classroom. And so this summer when I was bored one day, I was like, I'm gonna make little headers to match. And so I did. I could have made them a little bit bigger, it looks like, but that's okay. I think they look great, and they don't like steal the show or anything. That's not the point. So yeah, there's my little calendar headers. So those turned out cute. And I put my little pom-poms up there, my info letters, which are a little crooked now. There we go. And then all of my hand signs. And where I put my classroom helper, and where I put like, I think this is usually the container with these popsicle stick names actually. I put there a little magnet a student got me, and then my Bluetooth speaker game changer this last year. Love that thing. Okay, so that's all done. Put the pom-poms over there too. I still have a little bit of energy, so maybe I'll go tackle the hallway after all.
You and me on the East Coast, 23 in my dreams. Is she real though? Summer night, we're dancing real slow. Cherry bliss on your lips, pull me in close. I think I'm falling in love again. Pull me out of my bed. Sleepless nights, I'm chasing silhouettes, counting sheep. Starry skies in my headspace, intertwined state of mind, feel my heart race. Been so long since I've seen your face, pull me close, want you most, you're my favorite.
Okay, you guys, I just shared this on my Instagram story, but I'm absolutely obsessed. Best $2 from Hobby Lobby I've ever spent, because I hung it up and it was like, boom, instantly the hallway looked complete and done and purposeful, and I'm obsessed. Now, I shared this on my Instagram story, so I'll probably decide by the end of the day what I want to do. I'm gonna let some people vote and help me out. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I share things a little bit more real time over there. But here's what the garland looks like. It has that second layer, and I just couldn't decide what to do with the second layer because I feel like there's not enough room down here. I could make this a little bit higher, but then it'd be like right up next to the ceiling. And so I don't know if I should hang the second one there. And then I had a thought, and I was like, what if I'd hung the welcome above my door and had done the second one here? In fact, the longer I look at it, the more I'm like, maybe that's what I should do. But I just like the simplicity of the one welcome as well. So I'm gonna let people vote on Instagram and tell me what I should do. If I should just leave the one welcome in the middle where it is, if I should move the welcome above my door and then hang the other one here, or try to fit them both there. I don't know, we'll see. I'll decide in a little bit, but it's just so cute. Also, I was gonna try to hang it with like command hooks, and then as I was up there, I was like, oh my gosh, don't be a ding dong. Hang it with paper clips on the ceiling. Like, duh, it's how you hang like your wow work and all your other stuff. I was like, why didn't I think about that? But yeah. So I'm gonna let that poll roll for a little bit, and I'll go in and work on like a test or something and let some votes come in. Last time I let people vote on something, it was like the winner was a landslide, so I could tell after like 2 hours which one was gonna win. So hopefully that'll be the case and somebody can help me decide what to do out here. Because if I move it, it's gonna be more work. I'm gonna have to get back up on the table, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go work for a little bit and then check the polls and see.
Feel my heart race. Been so long since I've seen your face. Pull me close, want you most. You're my favorite place. Are we falling in love again?
All right, you guys, I got about as far as I'm willing to get today, and we're closing down part 4 of classroom setup. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next part. I made a good to-do list as I was sitting there. I finished working on 2 different tests, which was exciting. And then I made a good to-do list of things as I looked around the room that I knew I would have to do. That way the next time I come in, I have a list that I can go off of just anything that has not been set up yet. I even put on like things that I would do after I move the furniture, because I'm trying to just get a complete list. So that way the next couple of classroom setup parts, I know what I'm doing and I got a task to accomplish. But thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me for this classroom setup series so far. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.